I got to admit that I have been looking forward to building another of these modular buildings. So, it is the Sanctum Sanctorum set this time. It can be argued whether this is part of the modular building series or not, but at least it's compatible. Now, I really don't have room on top of the IKEA Galaxy shelf for this set, but these sets will fit inside the glass cabinets of the IKEA Galaxy shelf just nicely. Sometimes you have to lower the details on top of the roof just a bit, but it will work. But before we can get to that point, the human helpers will have to assemble this set for me. So, time to open the box and start building. Oh yeah, my favorite part of the build. So, in this set, there are 3 instruction booklets, each containing a single floor of the build. This means that the set could be assembled by 3 different people simultaneously. But the human helpers here are just doing it in the normal way. As usual, you start with a minifigure and then tile the base plate. So everything here matches exactly with the existing modular buildings, meaning light bluish gray outer edge and then dark bluish gray pavement. After that, the outline of the building is defined by a single layer of bricks. The floor tiling is a checkerboard pattern with 2 different browns. In the center of the room there will be a grand staircase, and you can already see the outline of that. Interestingly, in this set, the ground on the backside of the building is also detailed. It has a worn pavement look. Another bag of parts is opened, and this time it contains a lot of bricks, so it means we're gonna get some height to the walls. The brickwork contains some masonry bricks, but mostly normal bricks. That creates a slightly worn down look for the building walls. Some additional brick detailing is done by rounded 1x2s, as you can see on the left hand side of the wall. It's a really simple technique, but it helps to add more variety to the walls. From this angle you can better see the room on the right hand side. That is actually not supposed to be part of the building, but rather a different place that you can enter through a portal. But of course, build-wise, it is part of the building. The door that you can see at the front leads to a warehouse building that is actually behind and under the stairs of the Sanctum Sanctorum. There is even a removable fridge that allows you access under those stairs from the warehouse. And inside the main hall, human helpers are currently adding a grandfather clock. From the next bag, a drawer gets added, and then some railings for the stairs. After that, it's time to concentrate on the remaining walls. Some windows are added, and the walls are mostly built out of snot bricks, so some tiles can be attached to them and complete the look. And the final parts from this pack complete the hand railings for the stairs. Parts from the next pack are used to complete the front facade of the building. You need to repeat some building steps to complete the window sub-assemblies, but that's nothing unusual for a building. Once a layer of plates is added on top of the wall, everything is secured in. And then some detailing is added on top of the still missing door. And those front doors are actually brick built in this set. That way you can achieve a look that differs greatly from the normal. Finally, you need to complete the outer wall by placing that angled bit in. An armchair is built connected to that wall piece. And of course, the wall is placed in such way that the armchair is inside the building. And finally, some tiling is added to the lower corner. One more back is needed to complete the first floor. From this back, we build a sort of a mezzanine on top of the stairs. And the stairs also continue to the sides in this part. Stickered pieces are used to add details behind the wall. And here the completed mezzanine goes in. Then a streetlight and some boxes are added to the street, and the first floor is complete. This is how the front looks with the brick-built doors. Inside, the grand staircase takes most of the space, but there are still other details like that grandfather clock, the armchair, and some stickered pieces behind the wall. I'm not sure how that door looks from this side. Detachable wall panel will be eventually added to this gap here. And here you can also see some of the details on the street. That was enough build for one day, and we decided to continue early next morning. Or the human helpers would continue. I was planning to sleep in and wake up a bit later. Surely the human helpers would get everything done without my supervision. So, let's see how the build of the second floor went. Here the human helpers start building the... Wait a minute! That's already half built. What is going on over here? This can't be right. Hey, are we missing some footage?
Oh yeah, we forgot to press record in the morning.
What? That is totally unacceptable. Is this what I get when I sleep in? Damn, these human helpers really need constant supervision. Well, there is no going back. I guess we'll just have to continue with the footage that we have. Now, where to start? Well, there is something odd going on with the walls. The second floor actually has kind of two different floors in it if you look at the exterior. That seems to hint that the scale is somewhat different in this building. But inside, it is just one floor so that the details can match with the size of the minifigures. Once again, you can see an opening in the wall furthest from you. And once again, we will later on build a detachable panel to fill that hole. And I gotta say that this was extremely interesting to build. Quite a lot of different architectural features in the walls. We'll take a closer look once the tiling is complete. And here it is. These bookcases look fantastic. The best ones I have seen so far. On this side, we have a couple of red armchairs. And some sort of a display cabinet in the corner. Not much going on in the front wall. And I'll save those moving air conditioners on the back wall for later. Interestingly, there's gonna be another floor inside the roof, but there are no stairs to it. Of course, Dr. Strange can levitate with his cloak, but it's still a strange choice. And here you can see how the floors look connected. As they are of different color, they add a nice variety to the build. And the build is just packed full with different kinds of details. And here you can see how the second floor connects with the stairs of the first floor. Looks good, but also somewhat tight. That cannot be helped without making the building bigger. Then it's time to build the roof section, or actually that is quite tall, so you could see that as a third floor. So building the floor out of plate is naturally the first step here. Now there is an access hole for Dr. Strange to levitate in here, and that is needed due to lack of stairs, as I mentioned previously. This room will be sort of a museum or a display room or something like that houses various magical artifacts. Some of those magical artifacts will be wall-mounted, while others will be placed inside display cabinets, like the one we just built there. Next, the human helpers quickly build a brick-built wall. And once that is ready, we can mount some artifacts on the wall. Then it's time to complete the opposite wall, and then crack open another bag of parts. That bag contains the parts for the front facade, including that very recognizable rounded window. Apparently, it is a bit difficult to attach. But in the end, human helpers get it in. Then all this needs is a layer of plates and tiles, and a few parts for final details. And then it's ready. And here it is, and I think this is easily the most recognizable part of this whole building. And inside here, we can see various artifacts displayed. I really can't recall if these are actual artifacts from the movie or not. And once again, you can see that part of the wall is missing. There will be one more of those detachable panels there. And finally, it is time to put roof on top of that. Roof? Well, you get what I mean. The start is a couple of layers of plate as usual, and then we get to add some details. Some of the details appear to have something to do with air conditioning, and the other details are chimneys. Actually, there's 3 of them. And here is the roof. Pretty simple build, but at the same time, even this is packed with detail. And here you can see the roof pieces combined. It is definitely the chimneys that add the most here. And here you can see the roof on top of the building. Once again, it is of different color, so it adds a great deal of variety to the building. Perhaps not on the back side and this side, but definitely on the front and the other side. And finally, we get to add the finishing details. First of those are the missing wall panels. The first one has a portal in it. And the second one has Captain America poster. The third one is also a portal, but this time a monster is coming through it. After the detachable wall sections are put in, it is time to build a couple of small trees to the front. And then finally, place all the minifigures. And after that, we are done. Now having all these minifigures around the building really bring it to life. There is just so much action all around. The set comes with these clear flight stands, so you can pose your minifigures flying. There are also some snot bricks all around the building, so you can attach minifigures on the walls too. And on the backside, you can see that Captain America poster and that portal. Those wall panels are detachable and also reversible. So that gives you quite a lot of options how to place them. And on this wall, we can see the portal with the monster. And that's about it. I got to say that I was positively surprised by this set. A lot of details, interesting build techniques, and a whole lot of minifigures. And there are even quite a lot of details that I haven't covered yet. I'll do that in the next video. I am also planning to do a couple of small modifications for this set, so if you want to see what I'm planning, that's even more reasons for you to watch the next video too. You can expect that next video ASAP, but remember, when a Sloth says that, it means as slowly as possible. Bye bye!